Just to start off super quick, just tell me about yourself.
Okay, so I'm from Ohio. I grew up in North Royalton by Strongsville, area of Ohio. If you're familiar at all. Uh, and I went to Kent State, as did my sister. She's 2 years older than me, so she kind of influenced my decision to go out of not really a strong certainty on what to do. Uh, I started out in public relations at Kent State. Did that for about a year. Didn't quite feel right for me, and I switched to international relations. And after doing that for a while, I found it was a little too much politics, and uh, I just really didn't like the way it was structured. So I ended up switching over to communication studies, and I ended up doing the global communication thing. So trying to keep some of the global part of my international relations, but with a little less politics.
Yeah,
So that's kind of how I chose what I did,
yeah.
and I liked it pretty well. I used it really just as an excuse to study language for a while.
Mm.
Did. I kind of sat in on a semester of Arabic. My roommate studied Russian, and I picked up bits of those, but ultimately settled on Chinese and studied that for quite some time. And because of the Chinese program, that's where I heard about the trip to Chengdu that we were going on. Uh, Most of all of the languages at Kent, you might be familiar with this or not, have like a language hour that they do every week where you meet up. And so there's like a Chinese tea time that they do 1 hour every week. And that is kind of a time to practice. It also became where I heard about the program. The other Chinese teachers were just trying to get some of us to go, basically. And so I signed up for it. I ended up going to a meeting, like a pre sign up kind of meeting on the thing. And that's where I met David and Emily and all the other people that you guys are interviewing. So I didn't know any of them previously. But then we went on our trip. It was about 3 weeks long in the summer. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't for credit. So we kind of didn't take a lot of classes. We took one. The other one was canceled. I signed up for two, so we only ended up going to very little class during the thing. And we spent most of our time just traveling around, taking the train to nearby cities or exploring the city that we were in. And great time. I had a lot of fun. As soon as I got back, I really kind of tried seeing what else I could get into in terms of study abroad stuff. Uh, Primarily targeted at Asia because at this point I was already learning Chinese. And so the next year, the year Emily went back, I found this program to come to Taiwan for 2 months. They do it every year. You don't even have to have any prior Chinese knowledge to do the program, but it's a 2 month program here in the city I'm in is on the south side of Taiwan. And it's a 2 month program. You do language learning, and they take you around the island to see all sorts of sites, and it's awesome. So I did that last year, and I went back to finish my senior year at Kent, and then immediately upon graduating, which was last May, I came back here to find a job. So I came here without having a job, kind of hunted around and found a job teaching English pretty quickly. So I am now doing that. I've been teaching English for about 7 months, and it is a super easy job. It's a lot of fun, though, very rewarding, especially with the really young kids. They're pretty fun. And yeah, it's a nice setup because you actually don't need a teaching certificate of any kind as long as you're a native speaker and you have a 4-year degree. There's a lot of the site training. You have to go to a week of training on a different part of the island. And so that's where I'm at now, just teaching, and then my free time doing whatever else I feel like doing, I guess. But hopefully that's generic enough or broad enough that gives you a good idea. And I'm going to grab my charger for my computer so I don't
Oh,
die on you. Just give me
yeah,
a second.
perfect.